Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Tell me, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Say what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of So What You Think. We have an all men's panel today. So, yes, we thank you all for being here, but we're going to go ahead and dig right in. So look, is everybody familiar with Lori Harvey and Common?
Absolutely.
Okay. What is really the difference?
What's the difference?
Yeah. People compare Lori Harvey, and it's like, she shouldn't be seeing all these different men, and, it's like, but now look, Common, on the other hand, has went through the industry like, woo. What is really the difference?
There really isn't a difference. I think that as long as we think that women should be not hold to the same standard, like how do we move? I think there is a competitive nature within these men that has been screwed up, where they said, well, if he got it, let me see if I can get it too. It's in the music. When you listen to the music, it's all about, I'm gonna take your girl, I'm gonna do this X, Y, and Z to your girl. Mm-hmm. I've never been that guy that wanted to go behind another dude. I want the girl that nobody else can get. Okay,
so that seems to be rare these days. It's like everybody wants an open relationship, and like you said, it is a difference between being poly and all of that sort of thing and being in an open relationship. Those are not the same things.
I think it's kind of sensationalized because of the novelty of it. Mm-hmm. I certainly don't think it's going to replace people's desire to be in a monogamous relationship.
You know what's not sensationalized?
What's that?
When the woman wants to be in the poly relationship and she has two men, then it's like, now wait a minute, that's too much.
It's still sensationalized. It's just it's controversial.
Yes.
But all of it is because it's a novelty, because it goes against the grain, against the norm. So it's always going to get pressed. But you ask if it's going to replace monogamous relationships or people's desire to be in a monogamous relationship. I don't think so.
But I think if you ever looked at that type of dynamic, look at the men that actually will go for that. I don't really consider those to be, alpha or sigma men. They most
or
9 times
high
10
value type men.
They more so beta.
Okay. Look, so you guys are saying that open relationships and poly are not cures for cheating. So is that gonna keep a person from cheating?
No, I think it's cheating by definition.
It's still cheating.
It's still cheating.
Yeah, because you won't have enough time. You already preoccupied with 2 other women, so when are you gonna have time to really go out? There's no reason to cheat. You'll be curious, but there won't be any reason to cheat.
Cheating is a decision, So we go out in the world every day. We see attractive people that we maybe want to get with, right? So it's a decision. Do we actually extend ourselves to make that happen? Or do we actually have discipline and practice discipline and say, you know what? I got something good at home. Would I really want to mess that up?
Yeah, we sound like some good men up here. I don't know. That's what we see online every day. So look, since y'all seem to know so much, where are all the good men? And where can a single woman find a good man? Where can we find that at?
Oh Lord!
Go outside and throw a dart and hit a good man. I think what has to happen is we have to get to a point where we have confidence in each other. I think we lost confidence in each other at some point. And we don't give each other the benefit of the doubt. It's because of all the noise and the narrative that goes around, the negative concepts about especially black men. And people are subscribing to that, and we've lost confidence in each other. There are good men out there, just like you see on this panel. They exist. We just have to have a mindset to believe that and stop believing the hype.
Yeah, I understand. I believe that.
The platform has always been for women. When you had the platforms like Oprah or was it Terry McMillan, where, we had to bear those stereotypes where we were in the closet, gay, jailbirds, and so forth and so on. So now that we have social media, men are allowed to have those platforms as well to say, like, look, it ain't just one side of the coin that's messed up, it's both sides of the coin that's messed up.
Okay, so women are being exposed more.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not more, it's one-sided. But look, we're about to get ready to go into another, we got to go pay some bills, so we're going to be back in just a few.
Baby's back from the West Coast.
Here are those pictures that you asked for your school project?
First day of school, cute as a button.
So long ago.
Oh, here's Grandma Florence after that flood wiped out the whole neighborhood.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here.
I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and it's the best way to protect that legacy.
Ah, those beans smell heavenly.
Give Mama a little
You
credit.
know what? We should make an emergency communication plan. That way we're ready this year.
Oh, thank
Great
you.
idea.
At my dorm, we have emergency kits for earthquakes and wildfires, but I'm sure there's something more local I can send you with the link.
Okay.
Smart.
I'm coming to share with you guys.
Protect your legacy. Plan for natural disasters today. Visit ready.gov/plan.
She used to dance and dream of a better life. Today, thanks to Children International and friends like you, she dances for the world. Learn more about Children International at children.org today.
Oh, welcome back. So where we left off at, we do have someone who would like to make a comment. So what you think?
I think this young lady, Laura Harvey, she's trying to make a name for herself her way. It's nothing about what she's doing, who she's doing it with. She's showing the men that, hey, you do it, I can do it better. And I have had people that have done that. And they're still around. And they're married. Someone married him, had a lot of money. He's a celebrity and everything. She wants to be a namer. And she wants her name out there. That's what she's looking for. She's not looking for love. She's just looking for a good time.
A good time. Oh my goodness. Well now, I guess. What y'all think?
I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong with what Lori is doing per se. I think that, when you're in the dating scene, you should date to try to find a potential mate. But like I said, because she's in the limelight, everything that she does is going to be magnified.
She knows that, and that's why she's doing it. That's my feeling. She knows what's out there. Until she finds it, she's going to keep doing it.
I think
Dennis
that,
Rodman did the same thing.
yeah.
No one talked about him. He was a man.
Hey everyone, I'm Tracy S. Campbell, and today we are so excited to announce the official launch of BeSpire TV. It's a free new streaming network on Roku where you can be informed, be entertained, and yes, be inspired. For those of you that are music lovers, this is the place to seek iconic music videos and enjoy music from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and even today. If you love cartoons like Tom and Jerry and Woody Woodpecker, the classics, well, guess what? You can find them all right here on BeSpire TV. If you love documentaries, we have some compelling and informative documentaries that you do not want to miss. And for you classic movie lovers out there, tune in to BeSpire TV to see classics like Breakfast at Tiffany's, Mildred Pierce, Imitation of Life, and more. And we have original shows. If you are interested in learning how to take something from an idea in your head to an actual product and get it patented, well, guess what? You can watch Chicago Inventors right here on BeSpire TV. If you want marketing advice that you can actually use, tune in to Evolving You. If you want to get inspired, if you're in the struggle and you need that extra motivation, tune in to Heart of the Streets with Mike Ford and his team. And of course, we have to throw in our Bebo, Beauty in Beauty Out shows as well. Bebo Today, formerly Bebo Weekly, and Bebo's Winner's Circle. All of this and so much more is coming to BeSpire TV. So make sure you tune in right now. Go to Roku, add it. It's a free channel. And make sure you get plugged in to be informed, to be entertained, and yes, be inspired.
Yeah.
I think that, you can look at Halle Berry, Pam Grier, Lena Horne, all these women going back, white women, Asian women, whomever. And to me, I wouldn't like a woman doing that because I was a jealous dude, right? I could do it, but you can't do it, which is unfair. So I had to understand that. And so I see what's going on now. I'm trying to be fair and looking at it and say, okay, you know what? I've done it, so why can't she do it? It doesn't look good, regardless of who does it, but I was a jealous man, and I didn't want my woman or somebody that I liked doing what I was doing.
And most likely you wouldn't be the man that she select when she stopped doing it.
That would make me mad too.
She's gonna find the man while
Right.
she's playing,
Right.
and then she's gonna come back and they'll get together.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Okay, we got somebody else who has something to say.
Hi.
Hey.
I think the problem that people have with Lori Harvey is that in this patriarchal society, it's her audacity. When Michael B. Jordan proposed to her and she declined, people were offended.
That part right there.
And the reality is if you're woman enough to stand in your truth and say, you're not the one for me, I don't understand why people have a problem with her making that decision.
You know what I think? Every time you see a woman, it's like what I have noticed is that a lot of men that do have a certain amount of money, they are offended that you don't want them.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
And
like, just
that
because you got
happens.
money, that's it. That's all you need. You don't need nothing else. No personality. You don't have to, like, is being a good man only about money?
No,
Is being a good man only about money?
Right.
I think that's the question you should ask women. You know, the thing's always about, 50-50 and a man providing and what he can do for them,
But it's this whole thing about men leading with their wallet. Why do men lead from the wallet, but then are offended that you want some of what's in the wallet? You know that?
I think women have more respect for a man that's easier on the eyes. I truly believe that. And if it's a man that she likes, because I've heard women say, oh, he wasn't thugged out enough, so I didn't like him. But if you got this quality man that wears a suit, that takes care of his business, that has a great credit score, and doesn't have a lot of bodies, some women don't like men like that.
Oh my
I've seen that, yeah.
I think, is that not young women? You think
No,
it's
it's all.
I mean, only men who don't have a personality, who don't have game, and who don't have swag lead with their wallet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, men who are very confident in themselves, that's the last thing we pulling out is the wallet.
We got somebody else who has something to say?
So we have some beautiful, intelligent men here today. We're talking about Lori Harvey. Would any of you gentlemen want to date her?
That'd be a hard no for me. No.
What?
No, I can't speak to that because I don't know her like that. So.
I prefer my women dark.
You would date her?
No.
What's wrong with Lori Harvey? I think she's gorgeous.
She's young.
I would not date her because of what's going on. I don't know enough about her character or personality to say yes.
So that's what's important for you.
Absolutely.
So if you were the same age as Lori Harvey, okay, let's make it an even playing field here. Would any of you men be interested in dating her, knowing what you know about how she's perceived in the media?
No.
What is her talent? What does she do outside of being attached to other men?
Yeah, she got a job. Does she work?
She has a business. She has I think a skincare line or something.
But I don't hear anything about her business. My thing is, I want a woman that's, cool, fun, right, personality. I want a woman that doesn't expect me to just always come home and give her money and take her place. She got to have some type of job or business.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't care how good you look. I like more of a woman that has a personality and that's a safe space for me. That's peaceful. That'll bring a lot out of me. She's gonna motivate me, and I'm gonna motivate her.
Absolutely.
Well, it's interesting that you say that because Kevin Samuel says that a man should never vent to his woman. So how is it, do you agree with that first of all, but
No.
how is it that you can create a safe space to protect your man's mental?
Women want to communicate. They want to be kept in the know. They want to talk. They want to be heard. And men, for me, need reassuring confidence. I need to know what I am doing for you, if it's right, if it's wrong. We want to have our life's course in sync with one another. It's an equal thing. It could be 70-30, whatever, but we can get to that 80-80, 90-90, 100, whatever. But you have to be able, communication is huge.
Right.
And that's why I failed a lot at.
A lot of women complain that men don't communicate well. So in what ways can you get your man to communicate well?
I don't think that's true. I think the style of communication that men choose to use is what confuses women. I think we over communicate, and I think women more so, adhere to their feelings and their emotions, and they don't understand, the logic that we're trying to put to what we're trying to tell them.
I think venting is a part of communication. So if I'm in an open, honest relationship, I want to feel comfortable enough that whoever my partner is, I can talk to them about anything.
So speaking to the fact that Kevin Samuels, because I believe the whole reason he says that that men have no place in communicating, you should not be venting to your woman, it makes you look weak. You all don't agree with that?
No.
Chevelle,
No, it's way off.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of 50-50 with that because I don't like the fact that if I'm going to communicate with you, then somewhere down the line, you're going to throw that back in my face of a conversation that we had, depending on what it is. And my motto is this: if you don't want to know, don't ask. Because I'm going to tell you, and if you can't deal with it, then you shouldn't ask me.
So you feel like women have a hard time accepting honesty?
Sometimes, yeah.
Now, is it that they have a hard time accepting honesty, or they just don't agree with what you're saying? Because sometimes when people feel like you don't accept the truth, they want you to accept the truth, not necessarily that you just don't accept. Like, it's not that you don't understand and you can't just take in the information without necessarily blowing up and being angry, but they want you to accept it. Is there a difference there?
You mean agreeing with whatever the
or just
is?
not necessarily agreeing so much, but just accepting it. So when they say, okay, well, you want me to be honest about cheating. Yeah, I'm cheating. And so she wants to leave. Now, so now a lot of times men think, oh, well, you're wrong. That's why you can't accept the truth. But it's like, no, I'm not accepting what you're doing. It's not, I didn't go key your car up and, smash tires, whatever. But why does that come with acceptance? Like, why do they feel like if you didn't accept what they said, that you're not able to handle the truth?
Some people don't like being wrong and can't accept being wrong. I've dealt with that for a long time. And also, there are things such as emotional cheaters. Some women, and men too, feel good about mostly venting to somebody and they're just hearing them out. It makes them feel good, like I'm right, where they're not getting that at home.
I think that's a reason a lot of women cheat more so than men.
What do you mean?
Think so? Being an emotional cheater. So you can't talk to your man at home, so now it's somebody, you got a work husband, and you able to talk to him at work or whatever, but your man, your husband, you can't listen, and he don't listen to nothing you say. You feel like you're not heard. But do you think men do the same thing?
Of course we do.
Both ways will lead to the bedroom eventually.
Okay.
It will.
All right, well, y'all hold that thought. We'll be right back. So welcome back. You know what? We had left off with Leon having something to say about things leading back to the bedroom.
Yeah, the emotional, when the woman wants to talk and she's not being heard, and she finds that man or woman that'll just listen to her, it's going to eventually lead to something sexual in nature.
Hold on, Leon. Now wait a minute now. You say she's talking to a woman, So she's talking to a woman, you think that's gonna lead to it?
Yeah, because you know why? When you're not communicating with your man and he's not talking, because I've done this to women. I shut down the silent treatment on purpose, right? She'll start talking to a woman, somebody that understands her. I just want to be heard. And then you all of a sudden, oh, come here. The rub on her shoulder or the holding her hand, she is done.
Now wait 1 minute now. I ain't never need to be heard that I need to go to the women. You wanted to say something?
So I was basically just going to say what Leon said. Either way, all roads lead to the bedroom. Because what's happening when you are giving your time and your attention to somebody because you want to be heard or you just want somebody to give you that emotional connection, that's what happens. You talk, you go into it with the intention that it's just innocent, nothing's going to happen physically. But if you're giving your attention and your time to that individual, eventually you're going to want more. You're going to be curious. You're going to want their time, and you're going to want to see them, and you're going to want to hold them and caress them. So I just wanted to say that it does. Either way, it all leads to the bedroom.
And that's why you can't call mommy. I think that some people can have. So do you really think it's possible for people to just have a platonic relationship? Like, can't you just be friends?
You have to both agree to that, and you can't go anywhere beyond that.
But if a person is your friend, right? Because we agree that men and women can just be friends.
Sure.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, right. He's right.
If he's back from the West Coast.
Here are those pictures that you asked for your school project. First day of school, cute as a button.
So long ago.
Oh, here's Grandma Florence after that flood wiped out the whole neighborhood.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here.
I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and it's the best way to protect that legacy.
Those beans smell heavenly.
Give Mom a little credit.
You know what? We should make an emergency communication plan. That way we're ready this year.
Oh,
Great idea.
At my dorm, we have emergency kits for earthquakes and wildfires, but I'm sure there's something more local I can send you with the link.
Okay.
Smart.
I'm coming to share with you guys.
Protect your legacy. Plan for natural disasters today. Visit ready.gov/plan.
Oh my goodness.
I've never experienced that. You know, it's either or. And what I mean by that is that if one, you know that person is interested in you, once they make that known, and you reject that, or you say, hey, no, I just prefer to be friends. Usually, in my case, they, go away. They're not trying to hear that.
Away?
The woman, she doesn't want to hear that.
I don't know.
The ego's too big.
The more I listen to y'all, the more I say it's probably best to just not really have any, friends of the opposite sex. Cause
I wouldn't say that. I think that if you got a woman who is confident in herself, she got her own thing going on, she got her own man, it's good. But if I have a woman and that's my friend and she don't have a man, she's looking at you like, why does she get to have you and I don't?
I think it need to be rules. If you're gonna be friends, it needs to be rules. Like we can't be meeting up and hanging too much and doing like. At a certain point, it starts to be a relationship.
It will. Some people like being a side piece.
Absolutely.
Hold on, y'all. We're gonna be right back.
Absolutely.
We're gonna
Absolutely.
be right back. We'll be right back.
See y'all. Got some batteries and 2 flashlights.
What's up, champ?
Flashlights, cool.
I feel like you get taller every time I see you. Congratulations,
Okay, well, so we back to continue this conversation on so what you think. Somebody just made a comment talking about some people want to be the side piece. Like, why would you want to be the side?
That's so in like 2 different perspectives. I was a cheater for a very long time, right? And so I didn't have any morals when it came to having character and integrity. I just didn't care. If I was a guy with a woman that had a guy, right, I knew that she can only say so much and do so much, and I was cool with it.
If you're in a relationship where you have to play games, you need to get out of that relationship.
Okay, well, I hear y'all. Okay, so I guess that's it for this men's edition of So What You Think.
Share what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, tell me, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind?